my overall message has been as an industry in total, right? When we talk about equity, we're talking about policing, right? Well, everybody's been arrested, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about proportionality, right? So where some of my friends got arrested one time or got pulled over by the police once for a cannabis related offense, I got pulled over 3 times a week. All right. So I made that point to talk about proportionality. As an industry in a whole, we're all suffering and we're fighting all these little battles. And if we don't at some point come together and advocate for the industry as a whole, then we're all not going to make it. This company that has 150 million in assets is struggling to make it and on the border of shutdown, then what is my business dealing with? I started this business with 4 business partners, some grit and grind, less than $10,000 and somebody financing a van. So I'm living day to day, right? Any little stop in that progress, it's over. With this COVID stuff, like, I didn't have a choice. I had to continue to operate. Otherwise, if I stopped this for several months, there was that extreme percentage that I was never going to open again. And so as an industry as a whole, we got to come together and we have to demand what we deserve. We have to change this narrative. Like, we're still being looked at as criminals, and so we're being put on the lower ring of the priority, right? With state agencies, with policing, everything else. When those robberies happened, like, the average police response was 5 hours. There were some places that were robbed 5 and 6 times. Meaning they came, left, came back, left, came back, left, came back, right? There's one dispensary that they drug a 5,000-pound safe that was bolted to the ground out. That just shows priority. Like, literally, I understand there's stuff going on, but they don't need to be policing protests. That's our right. They need to be policing this, right? And so now they're using this as an excuse to try to get more funding for more policing, for more, right, for more enforcement. That's the problem with our country right now. We put too much money into enforcement and not enough money into development, not enough money into our schools and our healthcare, and those things are going to help keep those problems from happening. If somebody is well fed and they have a job and they're able to go buy stuff, they don't feel the need to go rob somebody. Like, there is not that need, and we have enough resources in this country to do this. So, like, as a cannabis industry, we have to come together and we have to advocate for those, and that's what I advocate for those who can't advocate for themselves. So, like, I need these big NCIAs and CDAs and all these big agencies and organizations to also fight for those battles that help these small businesses as hard as they fight for the battles that they help them. So that's why this letter to governor is more overarching. It's the cannabis industry as a whole needs help. And then with that, put this amount of money towards this equity bill that allows people to, the ones that are hurting the most, to actually have the resources that are right there for them. At this point, like, it's all or nothing. Like, if we don't come together and we don't push for this, like, this industry is in severe danger.